Hey, paisanos!
My name's Jeff.
What kind of nonsense is this?
Guess what?
It's showtime.
Who's responsible for this?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my underground lair.
This is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
I ought to beat your brains in. I think I will.
All right, so as always, we'd like to ask you all before we start the episode, what's good, baby?
What's good, baby?
And today we're going to be doing episode 15. Kind of took a little break there from the podcasts for a bit, especially me, myself. Had a lot of moving going on, a lot of things in the life. So, yeah, that's where I've been. How about yourself, Zach?
I've been a busy boy. I've been working on a lot of stuff. Putting together videos, been streaming. I took a week vacation and streamed all week. I did a lot of work. I started working on a new comic. I had to take a break from animations to adjust my animation set. Don't worry, it's going to be something that can be fixed quickly. It's just because I bought a new stand for my camera, and the reason why is because I was noticing when I was animating that the animation's bouncy, so I was like, if I find something that I can mount to my desk, then that would be better, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I've been busy, just working on shit.
Yeah, kind of the same here. Working here and there on some of the stuff. Went ahead and took my little vacation to see some friends out in Colorado. Got back. Mainly from there, it's just kind of been looking for a job up here where I'm living now. Getting some editing done. It's been coming along slowly but surely, but I'm trying to make sure it looks nice. So that should hopefully be out around the same time that the podcast episode is released. So hopefully you'll see that out slightly before or slightly after. Just one of those two.
And one thing you can check out right now on our channel if you want, we have reached, let's see, we're now sitting currently at 108 subscribers on our YouTube channel, and as a promise that we made on our Twitter, we asked people in a poll, like, what would you like to see us do for when we reach 100 subscribers? Well, they wanted us to do the Carolina Reaper. Out of everything else, that was the one thing they wanted us to do. And
yep.
We delivered. So there is a video up on our channel right now about that. It's the most recent video. You can go watch it now and watch us in pain. I took it the worst.
Yeah, poor Zach. He was just sitting there like super not happy. Meanwhile, I lucked out and I got a capsaicin high. So
I was miserable. And what made it worse was because I bought these disgusting drinks. They were like peanut butter flavored, ranch flavored, hot wings, buffalo sauce, bacon, sweet corn, pumpkin pie, and that didn't help the situation because
the pumpkin pie sounds delicious. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, see, the thing is, I'm sure the peanut butter and jelly would have been great, but that hot pepper, like when it got in my stomach, dude. Like, my body was immediately trying to reject it. Like, I kept gagging because my body was like, no, get this out of the stomach now. And I took 3 swigs
I can see your face.
I took 3 swigs of that peanut butter and jelly thing and immediately barfed.
Yeah, for me, it wasn't that bad, because, I mean, I actually like hot food. Zach is definitely not a hot food kind of guy.
No.
I've never went to the millions of Scovilles before, though, but essentially, I just had, like, fingers and toes. Like, they actually, like, started to tingle on me at one point. And so I'm sitting here like, oh, I feel like I'm in space. I feel good. Meanwhile, Zach's over there with like this look on his face of just like pure
Like, I knew I was going to be miserable because I did the habanero when I was doing Game Jam, and I was miserable then, and I knew it was going to be miserable now. The only thing I could say I bragged about the habanero is that I actually swallowed that thing and kept it down and made it. Like, I trooped through it. This one, I could not. Like, my stomach was like, no.
Yeah, I mean, a Reaper is like 2 or 3 times as strong as a habanero.
and my stomach felt every bit of it.
Though to be fair, I feel like it was kind of funny because after I had the XXX sauce, which we explained it a little bit in the video, I'm sure, but the XXX sauce is like 3 million Scoville, or that's what it's supposed to be. I took some of my other hot sauce and put it on my tongue after I had that, and it actually cooled my mouth down.
Like a reverse effect.
Yeah, because it wasn't anywhere near as hot, so I put it on there, and my mouth was just like, this is not nearly as hot.
This ain't so bad.
So I guess maybe that's a lesson. Like, if anyone out there finds yourself eating something super hot, just get something else that's super hot, but not as hot, and put it on your tongue, and maybe it'll help. I don't know.
Yeah. Kill the burn with another burn.
But yeah,
fight fire with fire.
It was definitely it was an interesting experience. Overall I enjoyed myself. I don't see the problem.
Yeah, me too. I really enjoyed myself every second of it.
The Phasmophobia afterwards, though, good lord, be on the lookout for that at some point sometime soon, maybe. But man, I got pissed. During the Phasmophobia stream that we did immediately afterwards, I was trying to piss the ghost off because it really wasn't doing anything for us. Oh, and I did. I ran and hid in a room, and I knew it was hunting me. Then someone else comes, opens the door, and the ghost is like, yep, there you are, boy.
What happened was you were right at the door, and I kept shining my light, turning it on and off, and as soon as I did that, the door shut right in my face. I was like, uh-oh. And then you're hiding in a corner, and
I ran over you, and I'm like, help me, get me out of here.
Yeah, and I leaned in and kept saying the ghost's name, and then Alex comes walking in, and he doesn't shut the door, he just walks in. I see the ghost make a beeline to you, and as soon as the ghost wraps his disgusting hands around your neck, you're like, why did you lead it to me? And then you died.
Why did you let him in here? I was so freaking angry because it's he just walks in and crouches in the corner. It's like the ghost is after me, a-hole. Why are you doing this?
It was hilarious.
I kept throwing a knife at Alex. I don't think you guys noticed.
I didn't notice.
But I picked up a knife and I just kept throwing it at him until you guys left the map.
Oh, it's hilarious. We have fun in Phasmophobia.
I was so mad. I was so mad. Because I bought all the equipment for that round.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, I brought all the equipment for that round. I wasted $1,000 last night because people kept not shutting freaking doors when they'd come into a room I was in. I was so mad.
Oh. Well, other than that, so...
oh, yeah.
It's been a while since we recorded an episode. I feel like it's been forever.
Yeah, so we're not exactly following the template for this episode. This is more of a catch-up and kind of a hangout if anybody shows up. Any audience member ends up wanting to hop in with us here in a bit. After we kind of, give the lowdown on things. I'm thinking about playing jazz punk for our gaming side of things.
Yeah, I was really digging that.
Yeah, it's an interesting older game. A lot of people have played it on YouTube already, but I've been in the mood to play it again here lately, so I'm thinking I may go ahead and record some of that. It might end up being a long play where we'll just have some minor editing. Some other updates from the gaming side is I'll probably I'm working on an editing job right now for Critical Blast. Like I said, hopefully that'll be out tomorrow as well as the episode. We'll see. But it's going to be over Tormented Souls regardless. And then after that, we're looking into me possibly taking over the gaming side of things. Whether it be editing or streaming some stuff. Zach will obviously still be streaming the EO content for the most part because he's obviously more of the EO guy than I am. But yeah, so we'll be kind of look out for that. We'll be putting out some other content. Some of it could be streams. So for instance, I may just do the stream, I might stream Jazz Punk and then we might do it like, a re-upload to the channel, like, just one or the other.
Yeah. One thing is for sure is we got to figure out something like whether we get you, somebody else, and maybe one extra person, but I definitely need to put a lot more attention to obscured cartoons and try to get that up off the ground, because I've put that off because I didn't anticipate obscured gaming to get as big as it has so quickly, and it's still growing, and now it's like, oh crap, it's growing, and I can't just let everybody down or stop what I'm doing, but I really want to desperately work on the stuff.
I'm definitely planning on, for the obscured cartoons also, we may have talked about this briefly. I have a series that I'm going to be trying to put somewhere, I need to actually get the stuff drawn. I'm by no means an artist, but that's kind of the point for the series I'm going to be trying to do. So we'll kind of see how that all works out. Yeah.
I have another animation idea that I plan on doing eventually. It's kind of like the think of like the reanimated kind of stuff where it's like you take like a popular Let's Player and you animate it, or I'm thinking about taking like some of the funniest clips that I like from our gameplays and the podcast and like turn it into like an animation, like little short animation clips. That was an idea.
Mm-hmm.
But
that don't sound bad. That could be something fun, for sure.
If I can ever find the time to work on it. I don't seem to have the time anymore.
I'm by no means an artist or a writer. Just kind of do what I can. But learning the video editing software, it's been a little bit of a headache, but it's also been a lot of fun going in and like learning the green screen, like trying to remember, like, okay, this is what I learned. Let me try and do it again. Like, see if I can make it work.
Yeah. It's definitely a learning process.
Yeah, it's definitely... It's just as much fun as it is time-consuming and a headache, I guess is a good way to put it. Because I went into it thinking, like, oh, yeah, like, I'll get this review done in a couple days, like a few days, whatever. And it's like, nah, it don't work that way.
Charles is like, boy, was I optimistic.
Yeah, then again, I always tend to have that problem. Like, that was the thing that I should have known, though, from where I used to train people, is... like, set realistic goals and expectations for yourself. That's what we would tell folks. And you got to do the same for yourself. Like, it's just like working out, or it's just like learning to draw, or doing any of that kind of stuff. You're not just going to start and be like, oh, like, look how good I'm doing, huh?
I'm amazing. I'm so amazing right now.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like a prodigy, in which case, like, yeah, like, you're probably going to be good at that stuff the first time you do it. But it's just super time consuming, but it's nice to learn. Definitely, though, for the review content, I'm going to need to, like, come up with a different method. I like what I've done here, but it's also very long-winded. It has a lot of animation, a lot of tweening, a lot of cutting out like scenes from the game in different formats.
I will say working on like editing a review is way harder than just doing a Let's Play. Because a Let's Play, you've already got everything that you need to work with. You're like, okay, this would be funny if I just, cut this out and leave this in, fast cut to here, maybe tween this little joke in as for fun. That's the easy part of doing a Let's Play, but when you're doing a review, you're like, I have to like really do some critical thinking here, like pay attention to everything. So
oh yeah, and it's a lot more like you're following a script essentially. So in editing things, you don't just get to throw a little joke in here or there. It's like you either need to go all in on a tweening joke or an animation joke or a whatever joke.
Yeah.
Or you need to have the specific pieces of gameplay that correspond to whatever it is that you're doing.
Hence as to why you haven't seen another Sin TV episode yet, because
when you're following a script, like this has definitely been a learning experience for me. That a lot more work than a simple gameplay video, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I can see why you have so many editors, though, out there who, like, they just want to edit Let's Plays.
Yep.
Because a Let's Play is like, you get to watch something from a content creator you like, and you then get to just, like, be like, okay, this is important, this is important, this is not important, this is important, etc., etc.
Right. It's a lot easier than
Yeah, exactly. It's super easy to do for a Let's Play versus a thing with an actual script. And that's not hating on anybody who does Let's Plays. Like, we've done Let's Plays, obviously. So that's not hating on anyone, but I will say, just subjectively for, like, probably both of us, it's just easier.
I'll say this, and I can say this comfortably, being someone who's been in the Let's Play world for over 4 years. It's easier when it comes to editing, but setup, and it's, you know, and I will say back then it was more of a nightmare to get the footage because of the setup I had. But now it's definitely a lot easier these days to do a Let's Play because, you know,
you just have built-in, like, recording software in every computer, practically.
Yeah, like, every computer now has, like, made it super easy, like, to record stuff now. It's like, okay, I can easily do this now. But, you know, back then, though, I didn't have Shadow Play. I may have, I just didn't know about it, but I had the Elgato, and the setup I had back then was 100% different than what I have now. And it was a nightmare, and just to see if, like, I had footage or not, because, like, I would constantly worry during a recording, like, is it recording? Is it working?
Oh yeah.
I hope to God
definitely,
it's working.
I've seen that in, like, people even nowadays, that if they are using an Elgato for things, like, honestly, that's why emulators are a big deal in terms of playing games now, because you'll know immediately if it's not recording.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Whereas if you're not using an emulator and you're, like, capturing from, like, say, an Xbox or a PlayStation or this or that, then you'll need to, like, lean over, look at the computer, and be like, hey, okay, let me just check this real quick. You still recording? No. Oh, well,
start over.
Yeah. When did it stop? Like, like right at the beginning. Great, cool.
I had this was one of the funniest but yet most painful times I did when I was doing Let's Play for Game Jab. There was a series that I desperately wanted to record, and I still want to do a full Let's Play one day of this. I want to do both Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Like, that is my goal, to do a full Let's Play on those two series. And I mean, pretty much every Zelda game, I would love to do a full Let's Play. I love every Zelda title, but when we were playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, I can't count how many times I had to re-record just the first episode because something always went wrong during that recording. It was just that series in particular. That one was the most impossible thing to record. And it got to the point where, like, it stopped recording halfway, and I kind of, like, I didn't know what to do. So what I did was, just because I desperately wanted to get the recording out, so what I did was it recorded halfway, half of the footage, and then it stopped recording. So what I did was I created a new file, and I followed along, listening to the Let's Play in headphones, and re-emulated the entire thing by listening to us play. And it's up there today. The first episode of that episode is up there today, and I have to say, I think I did a pretty damn good job re-emulating that.
Yeah.
That was a bitch.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I know, gosh, we had some of that going on here not too long ago, where we would try and start recording something and it was just lagging out.
What was that?
Like, I can't remember the game that we were doing, but I know that it was just like, it didn't want to cooperate, like, while one of us was trying to go with it. It was just getting to a, like, yeah, I can't remember what it was, but I know it happened, though, and it was just like, great.
Well, I'll say this for anybody out there who wants to do a Let's Play. It's not hard, but there is challenges with just about anything.
I mean, it's also very hard to know if you're even being entertaining.
Yeah, that's also a tough one there.
That's one of those things that I would say it's honestly the hardest part about it. Is because, there's just, you'll never know, and you'll doubt it that you're being entertaining, or, any number of things.
One thing I've kind of evolved from, or to was, I wasn't ever used to doing streams, and then after doing streams all week long, I actually am starting to dig streaming a little bit, because that is interactive. You're constantly interacting with your audience, and
yeah, that's
a lot of fun, just being able to interact with an audience.
And obviously it depends on what you're doing at the time. Say I've been playing a lot of Skull lately. Obviously playing something like EO versus playing Skull, I wouldn't be interacting nearly as much. Or if I were, I'd really be tanking it in Skull, because you really need to focus in that game.
Let me tell you, when this guy plays Skull, I know when he's playing Skull. He doesn't even have to tell me that he's playing Skull. If I'm talking to him on Discord and he's his response time is very little to none, I know he's playing Skull. I know it.
Hey, listen, it's not my fault that I want to do something while we're just sitting here. We're just hanging out, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, beyond that, I guess the main thing that, the main things that we've been up to is, like I said, I've applied to a job. Hopefully I'll get it. It's gonna be a little bit before it starts, though, so I'll definitely be working in, I'll definitely be working in, doing the Twitch and the YouTube thing. Hopefully I'll get the job, but, if I don't, that'll kind of stink, but there's plenty of jobs that I could try for, but this is just the one that I would really prefer to get, if at all possible.
Yeah, and I hope you get it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
I mean, honestly, even though it's been a while since we've been on the show, a lot has happened, but it's more a lot of just stuff happening in the background more than anything. And,
yeah.
I mean, we've been releasing content since then. A lot of content's been released since episode 14. And, we didn't really release very much this week because after doing a week-long stream, I was just I'm tired. My body was getting used to, going back to work. I woke up every day sore with a headache, went to bed sore with a headache, and it's just... Once my body gets back in the norm of things, then I'll be able to start getting back into work mode when I come home and work on stuff.
Yeah, taking that week off is always pretty killer. Always pretty killer, because you get back into work and you're just I didn't have enough time. That wasn't enough time.
It wasn't enough, and then whenever you go back, you're oh god.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've been sore. But
and I've just been doubting myself. Again, now don't get me wrong, I'm spending 2 to 4 hours a day editing on this review, but that's also where it's man, this is really time consuming. But that's also me learning the software and thinking too much and too hard about I should put this in there.
Right.
Or I should do this.
That comes with anything editing. I still overthink things a lot, but then I just have to tell myself to shut up and do it.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. Especially nowadays, I found that the older I'm getting, the more and more my attention span is just nope, don't want to do that. I'd rather watch YouTube videos or play a game or, HBO Max. That's a thing. Let's go on there and watch Ed, and Eddie.
Oh, now I will say, though, I do understand why a lot of reviewers just put themselves in front of a green screen and most of the review is just talking.
Oh, I totally 100% get that.
Because it's super easy just to say, I could put in a game clip here just to show what I'm talking about.
Yep. It's super easy. And I would do that if I had the setup. I have a green screen and a blue screen, but I don't have a large enough space yet. I plan on after I get a few things out of the way in my life, I plan to get a new place where I can have more space to, function properly the way I'd like to.
Yeah, where I'm at right now is pretty nice. I got a much bigger room than I had before. Last room that I had was basically like my bed, took up a good bit of it. Then just like way too much furniture, because it was one of those situations where you're living with your parents. And of course, like, in getting new furniture, I can't just buy a dresser. It's like, oh, no. Like, we need to get a whole set. You need this and this and that. It's like, I don't need all that. Like, I just need just a dresser. Like, that's fine. It's like, no. We'll help you. We'll buy all this stuff. And it's like, it's fine. And it's nice. I'm not saying that it's not nice of your parents to want to be supportive of you like that. But good Lord, it's like, then I just had so much crap in my room. It's like, all right, well, I guess I'm not going anywhere. So it's like, like now it's VR. I'm hoping to do a little bit of VR stuff, but VR, getting that to stream well is just, it's not, impossible. It's just annoying.
I hear that a lot of VR YouTubers say that it's a pain in the ass.
Well, it's like you can see why a lot of YouTubers and Twitch streamers will do VR every once in a while, but it's not, I don't think I know of many people who the main focus of their channel is VR.
I know that the boys, that was the main focus of their channel for quite a while. Was,
yeah.
VR, but they seem to have strayed away from it now, which I can't blame them.
Well, plus with that, you can only do so many skits going between VR worlds before, like, you're just kind of doing the same thing over and over again. Like, I feel like, at least, like, I would certainly feel like that.
I honestly miss their VR skits, because, like, it's very few of them now, and the boys seem to be, like, divided, where it's like they're kind of doing their own thing. So I do miss the VR skits, but I like I said, I completely understand why they're doing what they're doing, because from what I hear, VR setup is a pain in the ass, and they're just trying to get different content out rather than the same stuff, because that is something that they did, was they would recycle old jokes and like a lot of their other skits. So it's like, yeah, they did use the same bits over and over.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you're kind of gonna have to eventually.
Yeah.
But it's, VR, I like VR. I can actually play VR now without, like, bumping into everything in my freaking room, so I'm happy for that.
Am I in the bathroom? Shit.
I know, like, even with my bed down, I sleep on an inflatable mattress right now, for those of you who don't know, but to me, I actually really like inflatable mattresses.
Oh, I don't.
Well, this is one of those with the pump built in. So it's like I could literally deflate it if I'm just going over to someone's house, or if I'm going camping or whatever. It's like just deflate it, like have some kind of battery or a generator or something to plug it into. Or, if we're near a cabin, just plug it in, blow it up, throw it in a tent, and there you go.
Yep. I dated a girl for a little bit. She had an inflatable mattress, and whenever I'd go spend the night over at her house, we'd sleep on that thing, and God, like, I would just sink to the fucking floor, and I could feel the floor on my back, and I was just oh my God.
Like, no, I don't buy those, like, thin ones. Like, this one right here is like a double high.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, the thin ones, I hate those, because, like, usually, yeah, they're just so thin, no matter how much you try and blow them up, you're on the floor, practically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whereas this one, it's one of those that it's like some weird chambering system, and it's double high, so it actually keeps the air volume in it really well. But I love them because you can make the, like, if you're having a day, you can make the sleeping surface nice and firm or nice and soft, just depending on how you're feeling.
Right.
So I don't know, like sleep number beds, yeah, cool, but $2,000 versus like 120. It's just a budget sleep master.
Yep. But I guess I'll do some quick updates real quick, because I meant to do that early on in the show, but we had a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, for sure.
So some quick updates. There will be animations coming your way. Like I said, I bought a new tripod for my camera. It's a little bit higher than what I thought it would be, so I have to readjust my animation set. Other than that, once I get the animation set readjusted, I am 96% certain that I can start doing animations without a worry. And I say 96% because I feel like that's a fair assessment on how things have been going. Gameplay wise, we're still going to be releasing stuff. There's still going to be EO content, which that's probably the most successful thing on our channel is Endless Online stuff. And but we're going to be releasing other gameplay again. We don't want to just be an EO channel. We want to be a gameplay channel. We want to release different content. We also have a Twitch that we're going to start streaming stuff on. And we're going to have like a stream schedule on Twitch, and then we're going to re-upload our streams on YouTube. Probably going to start streaming EO stuff on YouTube. Other than gameplay, I guess the other thing I could say is there will be more podcast episode again. Like, we will start getting back into the habit of recording a show on a bi-weekly schedule. It's just with everything that's been going on in our lives lately, it just hasn't been a thing. We haven't been able to do it lately. Reviews are going to be coming to our channels now. Now that we have been partnered back up with Critical Blast, we can now... They send us game keys, review copies, and we review it, and we get a free game, and in return, we get to write a review for Critical Blast, and both parties benefit from it. And other than my animations, I do plan on working on comics again. I am actually working on a comic now. It's in the writing process. I actually have 5 comics in the lines of work right now, and 4 of them are put on hold. This new one is the one I'm like, okay, this one will be a little bit easier for me to pump out and get going. The other ones are graphic novels. This is more like an anthology type thing. So, that's it. That's all the updates I have.
Yeah.
I know it was a late update there, but
No, I mean, it's like, we ain't got no format here, don't worry about it.
yeah, I'm so used to doing the show with the format.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's a return. We will be coming back. We will be doing like a special format again for episode 20. Come next episode, we'll be back to the usual.
Yeah.
Look, we just had to give news and like current events time to catch up, so we have some interesting stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And we will be having a returning special guest for episode 20. I've spoke with him, and I'm not going to say who it is yet, but
he'll be here.
He'll be here. Our special guest, he will be on episode 20 trying to win the $200 prize for the Guess That Sound segment. And we'll see if he wins $200 or not. I hope he doesn't. Oh, dude. So I also have... I actually wanted to kind of share this because this is something that just happened today while streaming. I got my first donation on stream.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, someone donated $20. I was like, whoa. That's... Wow.
Dang, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect it. That was amazing. Now I gotta figure out what to do with that $20. Like, do I hold on to it? Do I file it for taxes? What do I do?
I would hold on to it for now. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna leave it in PayPal.
Yeah,
sit there.
Yeah, it can be part of a fund. There we go.
Yeah. We can use it for, something.
We'll throw it away.
Yeah, we'll burn it. Burn all that money.
We'll burn it.
I see we have a game pool in the audience.
Hello, Game Pool.
Game pool is one of our newest viewers on the channel, both Twitch and YouTube, and he's been a really good viewer. Like, he's been very dedicated and loyal to. That sounds weird saying it that way. He's been very dedicated and supportive. That's what I should have said. Is there anything else that we need to talk about? Like, I feel like
as far as updates, nothing too crazy. Like, I've talked about the editing. I've talked about that I'll probably be doing some streaming myself. That I'll probably be taking the Twitch side of things.
Yeah.
Beyond that, yeah, I don't believe so. I think I'm pretty good there.
Awesome. Well, I think this will do for an episode, guys. And remember, until next time, everybody, what's good, baby? Hey, thanks for listening to the show. What's Good Baby can be heard on Anchor FM, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and at our website at obscuredcartoons.com. Become a member on our Discord and join the fun and stay in touch with our community. Join the show as a special guest through the Discord and be heard. All links are provided in the description down below and on our website. Until next time, what's good, baby?